Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we have pretty much some super surprising news. 5 hours ago, a community manager from EA Sports basically posted that, hey, we're going to release the web app early this year. Now, first of all, a couple things to talk about. The web app notoriously has always come out quite before the game. The last few years, basically what EA started doing, they've not really been releasing the web app too much faster than everything else, and they've been trying to market their EA Play in order to get people to spend $5 to play on console online, and EA figured out, wait a second, this is more ways to make money for us, right? So that's really what EA started doing the last 2 years. In the past, it has always been about the web app, whether it was a day, 2 days, 3 days before. The web app was always soft released around a certain date, and it was one of the peaks, man. A lot of people really enjoy the web app. It's a really fun time because, well, you can't play the game. No one's really playing the game. I mean, there'll be people with the game for sure. There's people with the game right now. But it's just one of those times where, like, it's the Wild West on the market. You can open your starter packs back. So it is a really good time. And from what it looks like, officially, we don't have to go on leaks based off this because much of my content these days is based on rumors and leaks. This is from an EA official community manager. And he says, hey, FIFA fans, it is that time of the year again. We're getting closer to the launch of FIFA, and we are happy to share the news about the early web and companion app start. When does it come out? So September 16th, which is in 3 days, the web app's going to go offline. And on September 21st, the FIFA 23 web app is going to come online. Now, this is crazy because FIFA 23 is not globally released, I think, until the 30th. It's released for anyone that pre-ordered early on the 27th. I don't know what EA is doing with the EA Play / EA Access, but I know 100%. I feel like the dates going on this year was that the earliest you could play was on the 27th this year, maybe the 26th. So it looks like we're going to have potentially 4 or 5 days where you're going to be able to go on the transfer market. You're going to be able to kind of get on that web app. And yeah, I mean, it's a lot. That's a lot of days to take advantage of it, right? And there's going to be some serious grinding into it. And you know what? I will say this, like, fair play to EA here, because I think EA needed to do something like this. I have never seen a FIFA as least hyped up before. I mean, yesterday EA is dropping the ratings, and the ratings used to be something that everybody looked forward to. They've already all been leaked. I've been on the game already. People have been on the game already. They released the game a month early. People really know a lot of the features. So I'm going to say this. There was a leak the other week from an Arab EA ambassador that was saying there's going to be multiplayer champions. I think there's potential here that EA haven't told us a lot about this game, and they're kind of holding it out to hype it up. At least I'm hoping so. But the theory is checking out a little bit more, guys, because of this, right? So if you're a returning FIFA 22 player or a FUT 22 player with an account in good standing, this is where you can start the transfer market. Okay, so guys, if your account has access to the transfer market right now, you're chilling. If it doesn't, you're in trouble. You should probably make a new account on FIFA 22 right now, and you should play a couple games, get on the menus a little bit, because that will just naturally unlock the web app. Sometimes in the beginning of FIFA, they require you to play like 40 games on your previous account, so make sure you guys do that. And then, yeah, the companion app is going to be on the phone on the 22nd, which is like awesome. I love the companion app. Versus the web app, I love the companion app. Details on early access to the web and companion apps. You must have created a FIFA club in FIFA 22 and logged into your... Oh, no. And logged into FIFA 22, your platform, before August 1st to be eligible. Well, I'm sorry, guys, because we can't go back in time, unfortunately. That is unlucky. Your FUT 22 account must still exist. That means if you deleted your club, you won't be able to get an early start. All right, so EA, they're saying to any of you guys watch this video, to you guys that deleted your clubs out of rage, right? EA's not messing with you. All right. And your account needs to be in good standing. Playing FIFA 23 once you have the full game can contribute to earning access in the transfer market. So everything you guys do from 21st of September to 26th or 27th when the game comes out will be totally translated. Every single thing you guys do. Q&A, what's up with my returning rewards? Yep, so you'll get returning rewards. They've also now, I'm going to go through the web app a little bit with you guys. They put some stuff on... they have like objectives and stuff. So you'll actually start to unlock the season rewards via the web app, and we'll all be able to see the season rewards. Now, what this also means with the web app is that if it is out the 21st, every single game this weekend in football is going to be for Team of the Week 1, which is sick. So, guys, watch out for games this weekend. Let's see what happens. It will be Team of the Week 1 this weekend. I believe that's how it's going to work. So, really, really cool and super exciting. All right, so first of all, before we do anything, I wanted to show you guys just potentially like a couple differences, you know, this year within the web app. So I want to minimize this a little bit for you guys. So the web app right now, obviously, guys, I have not been using the web app recently. And the reason because is like the web app just hasn't been as relevant, guys. As I said, like last year, they kind of dropped everything a little bit earlier. So the web app just generally, guys, like has not been something that's been like crazy relevant as of the last couple of years, but we're going to go through it. So the main difference I would say from the web app now and before is there's an option to load up FIFA points. Now, there's a lot of people that are unsure of what's going to happen with this moving forward, right? Like, will this be an option in FIFA 23? I'm seeing a lot of debates on Twitter. I think you will be able to load up FIFA points on the web app. And the reason I believe this is, number one, it's built into the design now, right? Like, this is a part of the web app. It's something that they added, I think, this or last year. And they've got it linked, I believe, with like Origin and everything. I think you'll be able to do it. If there's a way why or a reason why you can't, then that's another story. Maybe your account has to be linked on PlayStation first, and obviously if you're on the web app, it's not really, you haven't been on PlayStation yet. But then again, it's like, okay, PlayStation still saves all your progress on the web app. So I think this is going to be EA's moneymaker. I think this is why they're doing this. I think they're going to make people load up on the web app. And I think that this is the profit they're looking at instead of potentially the whole EA play with the 10 hours. I think this is really what they're going to be looking at. Hey, we are releasing our web app 5 days early. This is how we're going to make money this time around, right? So I think there's a very decent chance that you will be able to load up FIFA points. And I guess the other interesting thing is, obviously, guys, if you pre-ordered this FIFA, and last FIFA was the first FIFA, you get 4,600 FIFA points if you did the best pre-order version, which a lot of people do that are hardcores. So it will be also very interesting to see if they give you those FIFA points right away. I personally think you probably won't have those until you play your pre-order version, which is on the 27th. So I think on the 27th, you'll get that because it'll come with your pre-order bonuses. Usually when you log into the game on the 27th, you'll actually have all of that stuff kind of dropping into your account when you log on, like the loans. They'll probably give you some TIFO, stuff like that. So obviously a large difference as well with the web app is now this like access to the seasons, right? So this is going to be pretty cool because you can start to check out all the objectives and the milestones, and you can actually start to game plan like for when you do get on console, what you're really going to focus on. The web app has total access to all of the advanced SBCs, which is huge because advanced SBCs are really huge to do early on. So this is awesome. You'll be able to do all the advanced SBCs, anything you want, hybrid leagues, hybrid nations. These are always incredible SBCs to do. Usually a super good return. And what I will say is if people are allowed to load in FIFA points onto the web app, the supply is going to be insane, right? So you may be looking at the cheapest hybrid leagues, hybrid nations, League of Nation hybrids of all time. A lot of times at the beginning of FIFA, these do sometimes get expensive. The supply is very low at the start of FIFA, and a lot of people can kind of price fix the prices of like specific players that certain people need. And yeah, there's a lot of variables when it comes to this. So, but usually they're really profitable, and I think this year they'll be even more profitable. If there's been one thing to go off the market, guys, like the trend, right? If there's been one thing to go off in this year's FIFA, every single year we go on, supply in FIFA gets even more. And that's kind of why I think there's going to be a chance of people being able to load up FIFA points, because last year we went from this like higher pack weight, the market was dying all the time. So we may see like one of the lowest markets ever. And I say that because no one's going to really have buying power on the web app unless they're putting in FIFA points. And even those people that are putting in FIFA points, like them opening packs is just going to bring in a ton of supply for 5 days. I mean, again, there's only going to be about 1,000 people that can play the game during this 5-day period. And these people are going to be the athletes, the EA ambassadors, the people that are kind of getting access to the game early or copies. I'm trying my best, but I don't work with EA. So it's going to be hard for me to get it, but exactly, right? That shows you guys. It's very hard to get a game early. So yes, that is all good, and that is all that. Now, in terms of really what you're going to expect when you do go on the web app, this is why I want to pull up this video, guys. This is a video from me in FIFA 21. And yes, so basically when you this is really the last time the web app was like ultra relevant. Now, I'm not going to listen to the volume. I don't really care about that. It says, welcome back to the web app, right? You obviously have to choose a team. So, you know, this part is super, I mean, I don't know. This part is super, like, doesn't really matter, right? You got to choose a team. They build you a team. And you know, obviously there's going to be like rollouts, so not everybody's going to get it at the same time. And I want to actually move my face cam here so you guys can see the top left corner. So as you guys can see, 0 coins, 0 FIFA points, right? But the major difference is now you can, this is just on the interface of the web app. You used to not be able to do this. So I really do feel like you're probably going to be able to do that. Because I look at it this way. A lot of people get caught up in like EA caring about the community. Look, I'm there to say that that is definitely a thing. But at the end of the day, everyone has to respect that EA is a business and these guys want to make money. So in my opinion, it would be a horrible business decision for them to not enable FIFA points, knowing how many people load up every single year and spend money on the game. And this is a huge 5-day period where people are going to want to feel inclined of having this FOMO feeling of getting behind, and people want to get ahead. So I think it'd be bad business for them not to have it. So I think we should all prepare for the worst, and we are going to have a ton of supply coming out to the market, I think. So FIFA 20 Team of the Week kit. If you go to the store, I have gold packs. Now, guys, every single year that I've been playing more, right? So I think every year you play a FIFA, EA kind of hooks you up with like an extra pack. I think I probably had like 6 or 7 packs here. I had a gold pack. I'm obviously stalling a little bit. You guys can see I'm doing the let's get started. You get like 2 bronze packs. You can always do the let's get started in the early on SBCs with what you have. 100%. Now, there we go. Boom. Golden Bears tweeting out Team of the Week 1, right? So this obviously is going to roll out pretty much exactly around the time of the web app, guys. And that's why I want to point that out, because this weekend's games are going to be huge, bro. You guys are going to get to see who's going to be in Team of the Week 1. It's a big deal. So yeah, a little bit of look in there. We did the let's get started. We get our bronze packs. These are usually untradeable. We got 2 gold packs here. I don't know like what's untradeable and non-tradable here. So this is all stuff I got from returning to the game. So I got a gold players pack, a 2 players pack. So I don't think these rewards were crazy. And a lot of them are untradeable, but you guys can see some of them are tradable. So gold pack here, this was tradable. I somehow hit an 84 ISCO, which is very good. Unfortunately, what I will say is that on the first day, guys, fodder is super irrelevant. You guys can see I'm literally on this web app. I'm literally on here with like the first group of people. I packed them in the first 17 minutes. So this one was tradable. And then what you guys will notice is when you're looking in your like starter packs that you're opening back up, you'll see a lot of like the non-rares and stuff. Those guys will start to sell with good nations and good positions because people are doing like hybrid leagues and hybrid nations. So always look for that. And you know, this keep or sell question comes up a lot. We'll do another kind of analysis of that. I don't want to do like a full trading analysis in this video because this is kind of like our first video looking at FIFA 23 and what's going to happen. And I just want to give you guys kind of the general experience of what you guys can expect when you jump back on FIFA, you know, for the web app and all that. You're going to have position modifiers. Obviously, these are not going to go for a lot, guys, because nobody's playing the game. So in a scenario where you can see that, like, I'm seeing modifiers go for 1,800 coins, I'm going to sell it, right? Because no one's playing the game. So modifiers are pretty irrelevant at that point in the game. So we got these gold player packs. Obviously, guys, the huge thing about some of these kind of tradable gold players pack that EA gives you, you've got all these non-rares, which really are, like, useful to sell early on. What you guys can see is as I'm opening my packs, I'm going through, I'm checking to see on compare price, are any of these guys more than 500 coins? Like, every 100 coins is going to count. And if they're not, and if I feel like I can't be bothered with trying to sell them, guys, a lot of people list up their cards for minimum bid. I would not recommend that. I would not recommend that at all. I would go ahead, if you can't sell a player for more than their minimum bid or around 500-600 coins, quick sell them, right? Because the more coins you get early on in the web app, it's massive, guys. You got more coins to work with. You can see I'm up to 5K because I'm playing this really strategically, right? I'm quick selling cards that I know can't be, that I know are not selling. So this Rodriguez guy is selling at like, it looks like 1,500, so we can get some coins out of him. Probably a pretty good link there. And yeah, so you guys can see, like, I'm checking every single player. I'm up to 13K. And these are just from gold player packs. You see, I got some chem styles. I got 84 skill. So you are going to be around 15 to 20K at the worst, right? So what you can see is I'm now going on the market and I'm trying to figure out like some sniping filters, right? I know that people are doing hibernation. So right away, right, we find silver France. The cheapest is 1,800. So there's a lot of different things you could do early on. I wouldn't really get too crazy in it, but you can just kind of go in the market and try to start to see what's going on with all these prices. So I can see the French silvers are selling at 1,700 plus, right? And a lot of people are just ripping their starter packs. So we go ahead, we snipe a French silver for 1,400, right? We check his compare price. We see he's like 2K or 3K. So we're going to undercut always on the web app, guys. Undercut by a couple hundred coins because you want to sell your cards early on. You don't want to get stuck. But this is going to be great. You guys are going to just go on the market, start to try to figure out some sniping filters. it's too early in the hour. I literally got in the first hour for me to start bidding because there's no bids, right? All the bids are going to be 43 minutes away. But yeah, it's super, super easy. And this is how you're going to be able to make some coins really early on. We can kind of get into like more complex trading methods, but you guys can see I'm literally just browsing the market here. I'm trying different stuff, right? That's what it's all about early on. You're just trying different filters. You're trying to see what's going on. And I think one of the largest things you guys can be able to do on the web app is start to figure out with these like certain SBCs that a lot of people are completing off the jump, what is like generally required, or what are people looking for? Are people looking for popular nations in off leagues? And we'll be able to go over all that as we get closer to, you know, the release. So I would say the main thing I would focus on outside of all of this trading that you guys are kind of seeing going on here, one of the main things I would really focus on with this web app, once you guys go through your packs early on, you list up your players, you quick sell who you need to quick sell. I really recommend going in and doing some of these hybrid leagues, hybrid nations, and getting them over with, because they can give you a huge, huge jump start to your club. They really, really can. So if we go and flip in right now, we go and look at SBCs. I know that this is such a thing over time that's like a lot of people know about, but it's so key, man, to like be able to do this stuff. Like any of these is fine. League of Nation hybrid. These give 50K packs, but a lot of times in hybrid nations or hybrid leagues, there's a 45 or a 50K pack at some point. So right here, there's 24K for a 50K pack. The first day of release, they were obviously really expensive, but second day, the group dropped to like 40K. So like you guys can see, after a couple days of release, hybrid nations is literally like 23K for this whole thing. Electrum players pack, gold players pack, prime gold players pack, rare players pack, and these are all tradable rewards. And what you guys got to understand about like hibernations and stuff like this, right? Like this stuff is crazy, man. Like early on in FIFA, if you can get this stuff like done, it's crazy how good it is, bro. You can like generally, it can change everything. I know it's like cringe, but it can change everything. This is from FIFA. This is from FIFA 21, and I have 7K. And let's see what's going on here. So we're doing some 2-player packs, but we're going through. We're doing our rivals rewards. This is like pretty early on in the week. But if you pack a player like Korea, right? Like this is the example I want to give. It's not a great 50K pack, but Klosterman, an 80 rated with 85 pace, is extinct on the market. There's so many OP players. I remember Renato Sanchez was 32,000 coins in the first week of FIFA. It's just like you'll be seeing some of these players that are so many coins that you wouldn't expect even with the supply. So that's why I always recommend doing this. Semeto's like 5K. I'm going through, I'm doing all these, right? Mega pack. We got boards, I think. And it's like, it's not a great boards, but you're always looking forward to a boards early on. We got an Inform. Nathan Ake, I'm sure, sells. I'm sure Ndombele's like 1 or 2K. So yeah, he's 2K. I mean, this really will add up for you guys. 4K. So one of my favorite things every year to do at the start is the hybrid leagues and hibernations. Couldn't recommend it more. And yeah, this is really the early parts of the web app. Like, this is all I would really worry about doing. Finding some sniping filters, and just grinding, man. I mean, this is going to be a 5-day period that's generally just an absolute grind. It's going to be a grind. But you guys can see, last year I was on the game on the 24th. I had access to a copy, not via EA. Hoping to get that access this year. It's obviously not accessible for everybody, but I'm really excited about this, man. I haven't been on the web app like grinding in like 2 years. So, wow, 8 days, guys. This is going to be out in 8 days. I thought FIFA was going to be out in 16, 15 days, 8 days. I got to get my head on straight. I got to get ready. I'm not there yet. I got to get prepared. Thanks for watching my video, guys. I appreciate it. I'll see you guys later. Peace. Have a good one.